So I work with business owners throughout the market, throughout really all of Denver, helping you out with anything related to banking. So please feel free to reach out to me, reach out to any of our branch managers or branch staff. We're here to help, especially during these times. If there's anything that we can talk to you about, to allay your concerns about banking or finances, we're here for you. So just reach out, and thanks again for the support.
Great, thanks, Arvin. Thank you for being our presenting sponsor this year for member orientation. We will now continue on to our other sponsors, Boulder County Farmers Markets, Boulder Transportation Connections. I see Elaine's on here donating the commuter gift. We also have City Church Boulder. Drake, thank you for being here. Print Experts, Spencer Fain, ACM, BLACKBELLY Market. All right, so getting into this, I always like to talk about why. Why does the Boulder Chamber exist? And because we build community through business. And how do we do that? It's really in three different ways. Supporting local business, advocating for a strong business economy, and sustaining our economic vitality. So you're going to hear throughout this presentation, engagement opportunity, different ways that we do this. All right, we are to our first trivia question right off the bat. All right, everyone get ready to raise your hands, lower them first. Okay, so what year was the Boulder Chamber founded? Andrea?
If I get this wrong, it's bad since I worked there. 1908.
Lower. Next. Brooke. You can unmute yourself. Brooke, what year?
Go with 1904.
Ooh, higher. Who's next? Make sure and lower your hands once you raise them. Who else do I see?
I can't find my raise hand function for some reason.
Oh, all right, well, just go. Who's talking?
Lexi Adler,
Okay.
E+.
Okay. What year do you think?
Like, what did we say so far? 1908, I lost track.
So it's between 1908 and 1904.
Okay, so 1906?
Oh, lower.
1905?
Drew.
1905.
You win, Drew.
Oh, so close.
Drew, so we will be in contact with you for your BOCO cider. Drake will be reaching out to you. I'll get him your information.
And don't worry, there's more trivia for those of you who are.
Yes, there's more. And here's a fun fact. 1905, the chamber was founded to bring the University of Colorado to town. It was that or a jail. So good thing that we chose CU. All right, so
And
we will.
another fun fact, I hope I'm not ruining a future trivia question, but
boy.
the very first president of the Boulder Chamber was Eben G. Fine, who our park is named after, that is not closed to the public.
All right.
Good reminder.
Dre with the facts. All right, moving on. We want to talk about economic vitality. So I'm going to invite Corinne. She's our Director of Economic Development to talk about the Boulder Economic Council and our work. Cliff is our Executive Director for a few more days. His last day with us will be next week. But Corinne, thank you for joining us. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. Sorry, it was a late night. I had to get some coffee in me. Welcome. So one of the key functions of the Boulder Chamber is economic vitality, and you might wonder, what is that? And especially right now during COVID-19, we're in the process of trying to figure out, how our economy is going to operate now and into the future, and how we can make sure that we continue to have high-paying, high-skilled jobs here in Boulder. But really, we have an arm of the Boulder Chamber that's called the Boulder Economic Council. We do everything from research to events to workforce development programs, and really try to, to sustain our economic vitality here. Right now, we're spending a lot of time on resilience and recovery planning and direct support to businesses. So I'm not going to do a trivia question because normally this is like everybody can raise their hands, but Boulder has a very unique economy, and this is something that really drives what makes Boulder a successful place for businesses. First of all, it's a large economy. We are a town of 100,000 people, and we have close to 100,000 jobs. Now, that doesn't mean we have one job for every man, woman, and child in the town. We have a lot of people in commuting to take jobs, but that's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's really hard to find that type of economy anywhere else in the world. To give you an example, Fort Collins has 150,000 residents and 100,000 jobs. So that's 1.5 to 1. So it's a really large economy. It's also a very diverse economy. When I say diverse, I mean by industry and size of companies. When we look at our industry mix, and normally when we're in person, I'll have people shout out industries. But right now, I'm going to say we have 6 primary industries that are really have entire clusters right here in Boulder. We have everything from bioscience to clean tech to IT, outdoor industry, aerospace, and natural foods. And then you may even argue that research, because of our university, you might even argue that tourism, healthcare, those are all industries that really thrive here and help us support all of our local restaurants, our banks, the trails. Those employees get paid, bringing money into our economy and able to disperse it. We also have large and small companies. Most of the companies in Boulder are small businesses. And a small business doesn't have to just be a mom and pop shop. We have small business manufacturers. We have small business, tech companies. But we also have the startup printers and restaurants and all of the things that make Boulder so unique and so wonderful as a place to work and live. But we do have larger businesses as well. There's a small business in town called Google. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. Or IBM, or Twitter, or Medtronic, or we have a diversity of size of business that helps us kind of incubate us a little bit in times of crisis. Just a little bit about us. We're right now working on an economic recovery plan. We're providing a lot of technical assistance to businesses on reopening, and we'll continue to do so in the future, and then figure out how we find out from our industries what they need to recover post-COVID. And just know that, this is a big deal. We want to make sure that we continue to have an economy that thrives and employs high-paying, high-skilled jobs, feeds our K-12 system, and continues to be a place where we can work and live and prosper. So if you have any questions, I know Cliff's picture's up on the screen. If you have any questions with him leaving, or anytime, you can reach out to me or anybody on staff about economic development. Our research is all public on the economic development site, and we do have events throughout the year that concentrate directly on whether it's our startup community, our economic development, our forecasts for the year, and so forth. So thank you.
All right, thanks, Corinne. Really appreciate that. Any questions regarding economic vitality or even workforce, Corinne's very engaged with that. So Corinne, I know you're really busy. I appreciate you taking the time to spend with us this morning. Next on our list is the trivia captain here who'd help join me, Andrea Menegal. He's our public affairs director. Andrea, you want to talk a little bit about advocacy at the Boulder Chamber?
Yeah, thanks, Scott. So for those of you on here that I may not have met yet, my name is Andrea Menegal. I'm the Director of Public Affairs at the Boulder Chamber. And so what is that? It is all the public policy decisions that are continually affecting your life here in Boulder and affect all our businesses. And we have a public policy and advocacy team. We're always advocating on behalf of our membership, and that's a big reason why a lot of people join the chamber, is because there's decisions every day happening at the federal, state, regional, and local level that affect you, affect businesses in some way, shape, or form. Whether they raise costs, whether they put new regulations in place, whether they don't regulate enough, whatever it is, there's something that affects our businesses, and not just big businesses, small businesses often feel the pressures even more acutely because limited resources, limited staff, limited capacity to deal with this kind of stuff. And so that's why those folks join the chamber, for our help, for our advocacy, for our support, for us being that voice that sticks up for you. We're the ones that are constantly in contact with our members on a daily basis to try to understand how these rules, these regulations, these decisions, these deadlines, these elections, and so on affect you. So every day we're interacting with our members. Every month we pull together a group called the Community Affairs Council, which is a good cross-section of about 40 or 50 of our members at the Boulder Chamber. They come from a really diverse variety of backgrounds, as well as represent different business sectors. These folks are looking at the biggest, most pressing issues in Boulder on a monthly basis and giving us policy recommendations based on their perspectives on where we should go, and then we're taking those to our board of directors. Now, when you have 1,300 members, there's a lot of different views out there. So we really try to diversify that board or the Community Affairs Council, with as many of those different perspectives as we can: small business, big business, independently owned, publicly traded, international, local, new, old, you name it. And so we try to hit on all these issues. Right now is a perfect example of what's going on in the business community with COVID and the impacts that people are seeing. Everyone's experiencing these things in different ways. And there's rules coming from federal government at the state and local level to help and assist businesses. And we're constantly working with those local government contacts, elected officials, to really support what's happening now and how to really keep our economy going. So we're doing that every day. Looking into the future, we have elected officials being chosen. They'll make those decisions as well. And we do events. Last night we had a county commissioner candidate forum before the primary election. And so far we are the only candidate forum that has featured all 5 candidates running for county commissioner in Boulder. There's 2 seats available. And we had the Republican candidates as well as the Democrats. And ballots are due next Tuesday. So we wanted to give our members a glimpse of who these folks are, ask them the questions that matter to us, let our members ask those questions as well. And we had over 90 people engaged on that online on a Zoom event. So it's just really good to be able to put that out there for our members and to always be advocating for you. If any of you need anything ever, reach out. We're always here for you. So glad to meet you in this format and can't wait to meet you in person.
Thanks, Andrea. And that candidate form from last night will be available on our YouTube channel, hopefully today, for people to review and look over some really great questions. And it gave you really good insight on how each candidate would essentially govern within the county. So thanks again, Andrea. All right, I have a feeling.
Before our next section, one thing I forgot that I was going to do in the beginning was, since we're all at home and have all of our technology, we have all of our social media handles for people that are super savvy with that. So you can, as you go, follow each of our departments on Facebook, Twitter, and all of that. So yay, I wouldn't encourage that in person as much, but since we're all at home.
Thanks, Kate. So I have a feeling there's another trivia coming up next. So get ready to raise some hands. I hope I'm right. Let's see here. Trying to get to the next screen, and here we go. Yes, I am. All right. What organization is the steward of the Boulder Star? Andrea, your hand's up. I'm not calling on you.
I know this one for sure.
Who takes care of the Boulder Star? Does anyone?
Ding, 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 ding.
The Boulder Star that's lit during the holidays and was lit a little bit during COVID. Anybody? No. Who? All right, Lexi.
I think it has to do with vets or like a vet support organization.
No, I'm sorry.
Dang, okay.
Steve, who is the steward of the Boulder Star? Who takes care of it?
The Boulder Chamber.
It is the Boulder Chamber. Thank you. Yes. So the Boulder Chamber are the stewards of the Boulder Star. Let's see, Steve, I'm putting you down. You won a gift card for a breakfast burrito and coffee from both Santo and BLACKBELLY.
Yay.
So great members of ours. Let me make sure I get your last name. There's not two Steves on here. No, there's not. Okay.
I don't know how to turn on my video, so I'm just struggling here.
No, you're good. You got your speaker set. All right.
Yeah.
So it is the Boulder Chamber. And let's see here. So that gets into the arts. So arts in the chamber. Deborah Malden, she's our arts liaison and advisor. Why are the arts so important? They're a big economic driver in our community. $1.85 billion of economic activity annually from the arts in the Denver metro area, which we are a part of. Every $1 invested equals $7 to $10 in total economic activity. And Boulder has the third highest concentration of artists in the nation. And this is the Boulder Star. We do a star card. We have an artist that does a star every year. It's a different artist. We just approved our artwork for this year. So look for it closer to the end of summer, beginning of fall, at places like McGuckin Hardware, the Puddle, retailers, and it helps pay for electricity and upkeep of the Boulder Star, which is lit during the holidays and was lit for a little bit during COVID-19 as well. All right, so I would like to pass on the baton to Maya Cordero. She is our Director of Events and Marketing, and she will be talking about our events and programs. Good morning, Maya.
Good morning, Scott. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy to be here and to welcome you as a new, and some might be returning members of the Boulder Chamber. I look forward to connecting with you and meeting you when we're able to safely do so. Today, I want to share with you a quick overview of our events, groups, and programs. But before we dive into it, I want to let you know that our team has been working on creative ways to evolve and adapt some of these events given the current restrictions for in-person meetings due to COVID-19. So I'll share more once we get to those events later in the presentation, but know that we have been rapidly adapting to the situation to continue serving you, even remotely, because as we say here, business is happening safely. Okay, so let's start with our Boulder Young Professionals program. And despite its name, age is not a requirement to join this group. We have about 3,000 individuals. Some are seasoned in their careers and they engage with our young professionals. They do volunteer work together, happy hours, and those in particular, we have been doing them virtually over the past 3 to 4 months now. They're super fun. Everyone has their drink of preference at home. We put together a little program. We have had trivia games, Pictionary. We even had a little yoga class. So as I said, we have been trying to be very creative to facilitate more opportunities for you to stay connected in the community despite the current situation. Next, we have the Boulder Business Women Leadership Group. There we have it. And it's a great way for our women leaders to connect. We meet bi-monthly with key panelists and speakers. If you're interested, make sure to check our website for our next gathering in August. Next, We usually at this part, we have our Vice President and COO, Karen Cruz. She oversees two of our programs here at the Chamber. The first one is the Boulder, the Leadership Fellows Program. And this one, we do it in conjunction with the Community Foundation. And it's an inclusive leadership program targeted at emerging leaders. The idea here is to connect the next generation of leaders with the issues and challenges that we are facing here in Boulder County, and we connect them with leaders that are doing work on those areas. The program runs for about 10 months from September to July, and every month there's a different topic. Some include education, healthcare, critical human needs. This program has been in existence for over 10 years, and there's also a scholarship available for this program. So if that sounds of interest to you, let us know. Next year, it sounds like we're gonna be holding the program to start again until January because of the whole pandemic, but keep your eye open for that on our website. Next, we have the Community Partnership Council. I think people don't know, but about 12% of our members are nonprofit organizations. So here, this group aims to build community across for-profit and nonprofit organizations. So again, just more opportunities to continue connecting different sectors in our community. Next, we have the Ambassadors Program. We have about over 20 volunteers, and they connect with new members. They help at events. They're really an extension of the Chamber staff. They're a very important piece of our organization, and we're just very grateful for all they do. The ambassadors are appointed in January. So if you're interested in becoming a Boulder Chamber ambassador, keep an eye open because we start the process later this fall. Next, we have the leads group, and again, another opportunity for businesses to connect and pass leads and connect through new networks. So keep an eye open for that group as well. We also have the Community Affairs Council, and Andrea briefly touched on this group before. This is the group that advises our board on advocacy efforts, so very grateful for that advice as well. Then we have the Standing Strong. This is another segment of our members that join in support above of our regular membership. And so we call them the Standing Strong Partners. We also have the Boulder Economic Council, and these investors buy into the economic vitality of Boulder and support our efforts on that front. So they work with Corinne and the new executive director as soon as he or she joins us. And that concludes our program. Let's talk now about signature events. At the beginning of the year, we have what we call the Boulder Chamber Economic Forecast. It normally happens in January, and it's an outlook of what the year has to come from an economic standpoint. It's a very robust program, so very good opportunity for you to be aware of what's happening. Next, we have Celebration of Leadership. It's an award ceremony that happens in March. We celebrate key leaders in the community, and there's a nomination process, a selections committee. So keep an eye open for that one next year as well. Typically in the summer, we host the Boulder Economic Summit. This is a half-day educational program with key panelists addressing issues that are current at the time. This year, we're pushing the event to the fall, so keep an eye open for that one as well. Next, it's our annual golf tournament. This year, presented by Blue Federal Credit Union, happening at the Lake Valley Golf Club on July 30th, so mark your calendars. Registration is now open, and make sure to register. Before I talk about the buff lunch, I wanna make sure that you guys know that we are partnering with Lake Valley to provide the experience that all participants expect and deserve in a safe environment. So you don't wanna miss this, make sure you register today. Okay, and now for the buff lunch, we partner with CU to kick off the football season. This year we have a tentative date for August 12th at the Folsom Field. We will update you with more details for this year's event as soon as those details become available. Next, we have Women Who Like the Community. This is also an award ceremony taking place in mid-September. And here we recognize 6 outstanding women leaders that have made a significant impact in our community. Actually, we just closed nominations for this year's event last Sunday. So the selections committee is reviewing the applications next week, and the award ceremony is mid-September. An important element to highlight here is that in the youth category, what we call the emerging leader, there is a 1,500 a grant for this category. So keep an eye open for that as well later this fall. Then we have Battle of the Industry Bands. This one happens in parallel with the Arts Week, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a battle of the industry band. It's a fun event where the audience gets to vote on the best industry band, and so look for that next spring. And then we have the Spree, our longest standing event that celebrates the entrepreneurial spirit in our community, usually happens in late fall or early winter. And now let's talk about networking events. So let's start with Coffee with John. This one is an opportunity to connect with our president and CEO, John Taylor, over coffee. And if you're not a morning person, we also have an afternoon opportunity to meet with John, and that's Beer with John. Again, events like this we have modified to virtual formats recently. Then we have business before and after hours happening every other month for about an hour and a half. And again, just another great opportunity to connect with businesses in the community. And then we also have our advocacy events. And for that, I'm gonna let Scott talk a little bit more about those. Scott? You're muted. And don't show my trivia. Oh no!
Oh wait, we have intermission.
We have
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so intermission. So Kate is going to break us out into rooms for people to chat. And the question is, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? And so we're gonna have 3 minutes to have some conversations with everybody about if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? And so Kate, you wanna get us into our groups?
Yes, and I think you're gonna have to do it because it's not popping up for me. See at the bottom of your screen. Sorry, Betty.
Let's see, you are a host. So let's see here. Yeah, I don't see it either.
All right, new trivia question. How long will it take Scott to get us into breakout rooms? I'm looking for hands.
Yeah.
Drew, I see 20 minutes. Blake is saying higher.
Higher.
All right, I'm getting there, I promise.
Okay, let's see. We can just...
Okay, there we go. 3 rooms automatically. Here you go. Okay, everybody. Hey, Kate, how do I put a timer on this?
You'll not be in a group, or you can join a group and you can pop out and then you go back in.
Oh boy, I hope I can get everyone back together. We'll see. All right, everyone.
Okay.
Here we go. Did it work? Okay, looks like, here we go. You guys can unmute yourselves. Steve, Miranda, you're in a room here.
Scott?
Yeah.
This is Steve. I have to sign off, so I apologize.
No,
thank you.
that's fine. But before you go, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Oh, I would resolve the pandemic.
All right. I think
Okay.
that's going to be a theme. Thanks for joining us this
Thanks,
morning.
Scott. Have a great weekend.
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Miranda, are you there? Am I all by myself? Brooke, are you in here? Hey, how'd it go?
Really good, really good.
All right.
There was already a connection there between two people, so.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to close them out here.
Okay. So advocacy events now, or are we skipping that?
Yeah, no, advocacy, I'll be covering it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Hey, Scott, just FYI, you actually have to click leave the breakout room to get back here instead of automatically getting sucked back in. So I don't know if we still have people.
Yeah, they got 39 seconds, then it closes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll come back out.
Back. Some of us are back.
I totally missed out on that. I hope everyone had a good time.
Yeah, we were all talking about you and ours. It was funny.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't be a conversation if I wasn't brought up, right, Andrea?
That's right.
I'm glad you had the pleasure of meeting me. Is that how you close every conversation?
Yeah. That's so not me, but it's funny to joke about. Kind of like, you know, it would be like calling me Tiny, like my nickname being Tiny. All right, I think everyone's back. I hope you got some, you know, well, depending on how many people are in your rooms, some time to network a little bit. So let's continue on here. So going now into our advocacy events. And so These are events that Andrea and Lori run out of the advocacy department. So we have policy roundtable series that happen throughout the year, reactive to what's happening in the community. We have a state legislative forum that happens in the spring where we go down and meet with our legislator and Governor Polis. We have a top tier elected leader reception. And then we have our Boulder City Council candidates meet and greet, which happens on city council election years, which is not this year, but we did have, as Andrea talked about, our Boulder County candidate meet and greet for commissioner. And then in the spring of those years that we have a city council election, we run College of Political Knowledge to educate individuals on how to run for office. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Kate Cook. She's going to talk about registering for events, your member information center, a few things. So Kate, you want to take it over here?
Yeah, I'm talking about all the important things. So pay extra attention. So in terms of events that we just heard all about those from Maya and Scott, you'll just hop onto boulderchamber.com and the events calendar, or if you're checking your newsletters, like I'm sure you read every single one of them, click on the events that you see in the newsletters and it'll bring you to that registration page and you just click register now. Super simple. You don't have to have a password for that. You just need your email that is associated with your account. And you have your member login here with the yellow arrow. And then the only tricky part is you have to click add attendee, which is adding yourself. And then you've got all your information. Unless you want a bundle of 10 tickets, you click your option for your solo ticket, and then you're ready to go. And then moving into our member referral program, I'll ask the question and you can raise your hand in your head or physically if you want, but how many of you were referred here by, actually, yeah, do a show of hands. How many here of you were referred by somebody else to join the Boulder Chamber? I see a few hands. Yeah, even an employee. Oh, that's a good thing. So for those people, what we have created is a member referral program where anybody that you do refer to join, we have a $25 gift card to Oscar Blues or McGuckin Hardware, and just a little token of our gratitude for you. And one thing I want to share about that is that you can, if your company wants to participate in this member referral program as a donor of a gift card, you can join that and just reach out to us and let us know. And moving into our Member Advantage program, these are all little perks that come with your membership, and we'll jump right in with our healthcare program with in tandem, and that is 5 employees or more, and you're able to take advantage of this big group plan for small businesses, and we use that. BizWest, every member has a year-long free subscription with BizWest to keep up to date on everything happening in the Boulder Valley and Northern Colorado. Very helpful. Ego Car Share, they are back open and taking safety precautions for COVID-19, but everybody and all employees listed on the account have $75 driving credit to Ego Car Share. So make sure to share that with your employees and take advantage if you ever need to rent a truck for the weekend or moving, or your car, something happens to it, or you don't have a car and you mostly bike. Office Depot, I know Elaine will like that. Office Depot, we have an ongoing relationship with Office Depot for a discount for chamber members, both products online and in the store. You also have printing and various services with discounts, so make sure to check that out. As well, we have one of our local companies, Print Experts. It's been around for a long time. We have a flat discount with Print Experts for all of your membership, and that is, I believe it's 20%, but I need to check that one. 20% off. This card can be used not only for yourself, but also your animals. So check that out if you have prescriptions for your animals or for yourself that you may want to see if there's any discounts available through this coupon. And more trivia, whoop whoop. I'll give you all a second to find your raise hand button again. And
You want to tell them what this is for? This is for the BTC commuter kit.
You got a buffer and a few other goodies. How many passwords do you need to remember to register for an event with the Boulder Chamber? Oh my God, wait, you guys already have all your hands raised. Oh no. Corinne, I'm not calling on you.
As host, you got to lower all hands and then.
Jenny. Oh, okay. Well, Jenny wasn't up before, so I'm going to go with you. If you want to unmute yourself and let us know. How
Okay. 1.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
Not quite. This is specifically to register for an event. Okay. Well, Elaine, you don't get to guess because this gift is from you. I'll go with Danny.
0.
0. Wonderful. So it is 0, and we'll put you in touch with Elaine for that commuter kit. And thank you for joining us, both of you, and for participating. So moving on to our next little bubble, and our member resources. So we have another trivia question, so keep paying attention to this little part. So our member information center is one of those areas of diving into lots of resources. And you log in, and this is where Jenny was paying extra attention to what we had already talked about, like probably a year ago, is you have your member information center where you can log in, and that you do have to remember one password. And so you log in boulderchamber.com, log in. This is what your member information center looks like, kind of gray tone screen. You can add your logo, and along the side, I usually have a little pointer. So I guess Scott, maybe you can point to the things, but wait, go back, yeah. Just want to make sure you know you have your Boulder Chamber hot deals on the left side and your news releases and job postings. At the company information, that's where you can update everything. Thank you. You can check out the directory. You have more access to the directory through here. You can post events that you're hosting through here, and your resource page has information about everything else. News releases and hot deals go out through our Twitter feed and onto our website. Twitter feed goes out to more than 10,000 followers, so definitely take advantage of that. This is an example of a member profile, so just make sure everything's up to date. Contact information, some people want more accessible, some people want less. Social media, again, since you have all your phones handy dandy, take a second to follow us: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our handle is @Boulder Chamber, and then we have our advocacy and various others. I also encourage people to follow other members to get, support each other. Ribbon cuttings, one small thing that we've talked about may not become a reality is doing reopening ribbon cuttings. But for now, any businesses that want to celebrate with a ribbon cutting, we have been doing those, not currently during COVID. And our last trivia question, and I will unraise everybody's hands.
This is for, what is it for? Drum roll. What is it for? That's right. All right. It is for some Boco cider goodies. Again, from Drake at City Church Boulder.
Wonderful. So what is one thing you have access to in your member information center? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, I think Lexi, your hand went up first.
Wow. Okay. The Boulder hot deals.
Awesome. And what is a Boulder Chamber hot deal?
It's like a...
Wait, Kate. This is going way beyond.
Is that not
yeah,
fair?
Kate.
Okay, I won't do it. I won't do it.
No.
Self-explanatory.
Lexi, do you know? It's.
Well, I would think that it was like events in the community, discounted events, coupons.
It's discounts. It's chamber discounts that other Boulder Chamber members can offer. So an organization can post, 20% off the Boulder Chamber members for this. So that's a hot deal, and it goes on our website as well as tweeted out.
So I get half credit?
No, you get full credit because you answered the question.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
Way to go.
extra. I'm sorry. Good. Third time's a try. Way to be persistent. And moving on, we are diving into all about you. So we will take 30 seconds each to introduce ourselves and our business. And I'm just going to run through the list that is alphabetical on our participant screen. So we are starting with, we've already heard from Andrea, so we know who Andrea is. And so that brings us with Erin Locker first. So if you just want to unmute yourself, I've got my handy dandy timer and we'll take it away and tell us who you are and anything you'd like in 30 seconds.
All right, I think I can do better than 30. I am the CEO of Summit Financial Planning, and I am trying to basically reimagine financial planning. So to keep it really succinct, I want it to be available to anybody. I feel like it's been too focused on the wealthy. So I've built a financial planning service that is $15 a month flat rate for full service financial planning. That includes financial plan, budgeting, investments. And the final thing is to kind of respect all of our situations with COVID. I'm doing all of my financial planning for current clients and new clients totally for free for 2020.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. And that sounds like a Boulder Chamber hot deal.
We should probably talk about that. I would love to promote it there.
Beautiful. Okay, moving on to thank you for sharing, Erin. And with Arvind, we already heard from you, but we'd love to hear just a little, little intro about you.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Kate. I'll keep it really brief since I spoke already. As I mentioned, I'm the business banking relationship manager for US Bank up here in Boulder. I've been with the bank for 10 years, and I'm really proud to say that I actually left the bank once and came back, found the grass to be greener here. I like to focus on really just bringing solutions to business owners. I used to be my own employee, used to own my own business before I got into banking. So I like to think I have that perspective. And really kind of the name of the game right now with everything that's going on here is, I ask myself, how can I save you some money with your banking services or financing needs? Or how can I create efficiencies in what you do or make what you do safer? Unfortunately, one of the things that's going on right now is one of the businesses that is kind of ramping up is the fraud industry. So that's something that we're here as bankers to stand with you and protect you against. So again, if you need to have a conversation with a business banker about your business needs, it's always free. Please give me a call. Love to chat.
Beautiful. I really hate dinging people. Scott, I feel you now. He used to be the dinging person. It's terrible. Brooke, you are next. Do you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Brooke. I'm the general manager of Core Progression Boulder. We're a personal training gym, so we're perfect for social distancing. We are clean and open and safe. I can help you with your quarantine bod. Anyways, but we help people get real results by creating custom programming, and we offer nutrition consulting. We are a brand new business, so we just opened in September, but we are one of the first franchises of the company. So super exciting to be back open. We are located in the Village Shopping Center behind McGuckins. So come check us out for a free session. Love to help you get in shape.
Beautiful, thank you. And I may be hitting you up for that. Corinne, we already heard from you. Danny, you are up next.
Right. I know my screen says Danny, but I'm actually Vicky. I'm using my daughter's computer. It's okay. It's not totally, I didn't know how to change the name on there. But in any case, I'm happy to be here today. My name's Vicky. I work at Peak Farm Medical Clinic. We're in the Table Mesa Shopping Center next to, I'll call it the Old Lucky's. It's soon to be a Whole Foods. We provide workers' comp injury care, physical therapy services. So I primarily work with employers to make sure you're getting the services you need for your employees. We are open as well, social distancing. We've switched our provider schedules so that they're staggered just really being mindful of the number of the people in the clinic at all times and that type of thing. So if you're looking for any employment testing, drug testing, or everyone has to have 4 designated medical providers for state of Colorado workers' comp insurance purposes, we'd be happy to help you out. Thanks so much.
Beautiful, thank you. And we've talked on the phone, but I've never met
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, so hi.
Hey, say your name. Beautiful. And how do you spell your name really quickly?
Oh, it's Vickie, V-I-C-K-I-E. My last name is Stubbs, S-T-U-B-B-S. Yeah.
Beautiful. So I can just do
Thanks.
that. So next up we have Drake. And you want to just give us a little.
What's up? Yeah, thank you. Hey guys, my name's Drake. I'm the lead pastor of City Church here in Boulder. Our church is a year old as of pre-COVID, and we just inherited a building here in North Boulder. And so all of our stuff's online, but I just want to let you know, hey, we're here for you as a sponsor. We're grateful to partner with the Chamber. In this season, one of our heartbeats is to really be a church in the city and for the city. And so this has been a unique time when it comes to serving our community. And so we're doing round 2 this weekend of some drive-in movies on our new property. So Friday night, tomorrow, I'll post them on the Chamber stuff, but it's free to the community. We're using local trucks to like support business, snow cones, and I think Boco Cider is going to be there Friday. We're doing A Quiet Place for adults on Friday night. So if you've never watched a scary movie in a car at night, then this is your chance. And then we have a family night on Saturday with a throwback of The Emperor's New Groove. So I'll post those in the Chamber, but just trying to serve our community in this season. So I want to let you guys know. We're here for you guys if you need anything.
Thank you so much, Drake. And that is awesome. I love drive-in movies. I'm very happy for the bringing back of that. Okay, Drew, you are next up.
Hi all, I'm going to try my new pitch out and then I'll get into a couple of relevant pieces of information. Drew Bonder, Head of Sales and Partnerships with Turning the Corner up in North Boulder, been around for about 10 years. HR and recruiting solutions. So we help small and mid-sized businesses with sustainable and scalable processes and training to help you hire, manage, and develop your employees. And we'll help you do the HR and recruiting until you're confident that you can do it yourself. And like what's most relevant right now is it's super confusing given the landscape of the economy. So scaling up, scaling down, workforce planning, that kind of stuff is really tough. Okay. And hiring was really tough.
Yeah, beautiful. Just a little extra. Thank you, Drew. So we're going to have 2 HR people back to back. We got Debbie, you are up next. And would you like to share a little bit about your company?
Sure, absolutely. So my company is HR Cert Prep Pros, and actually Turning the Corner is one of our partners. We host our HR certification courses there and have a few of your employees who have been through our classes. So that's kind of cool. Nice to meet you. And I'm also a board member for the Boulder Area HR Association. We have a partnership with the Boulder Chamber. And so, Kate, I will be looking forward to posting some events there. So we do coaching, consulting, and certification prep. So we're happy to help you and your employees with any HR needs.
Perfectly timed. Let's see. Thank you, Debbie. Jenny, you are up next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny LePage, and my business is Boulder Cranial Sacral. I'm a body worker. I practice cranial sacral and shiatsu and massage therapy. And I also have a background in wilderness therapy and guiding and sustainable agriculture. So I like to tie together the health of humans and the whole planet in my personal and business life. And I'm open. I just officially extended my business to everyone.
Perfect timing again. Thank you. And how exciting to be reopening in this time. And I'm sure we could all use a little body work. We are hopping next to Karen. And
okay, there we go. Kate, if you could just give me a 15-second warning. I don't have a second clock with me, but I'm Karen Lester, and I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones in North Boulder. My office is at Broadway and Rosewood near Monte Coffee and Baco Italian Restaurant. So hi to some of my North Boulder neighbors that have already spoken. What I do is work with primarily individuals on long-term planning. I've been investing since my first year at my first job, feel very comfortable about my plan, and I'm just so excited and passionate about sharing that with my clients so that they can have that feeling too. I'm also on the board of the Novo Art District, and I love serving North Boulder, Boulder, and Boulder County, both through the passion I have for my work and the passion I have for art as well.
thank you, wonderful. And Nova Art District is also a member, so thank you for both of those.
I'm here supporting, representing Novo Art District as well as my own profession.
Beautiful, perfect. Yes, and we'll have to get some of those events up onto the event calendar for Noble Arts District.
Yes.
Lexi, you are up next.
Great. Hi, everyone. My name is Lexi Adler. I work for ePromos. We're a full-service promotional products company. So we do branded promo items for businesses and organizations, AKA swag, if you need any. And this includes branded apparel, sourcing, employee gifts, etc. We've been doing a lot of branded face masks recently and hand sanitizer and other healthcare products. So let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. I was going to say, if you didn't say it, you've got all of the COVID products on your website. So
yes.
Let's see. Thank you for that. And we have, let's see, Katie, you are up next.
Hi, everybody. I am Katie Wafer. I own Hydrate IV Bar. We are an IV therapy spa. Our medical director has her own integrative health center, but she oversees 5 of our spas now, 4 in Denver, 1 is in Boulder. We have registered nurses who work in local hospitals around town, and then also with us. They are fabulous at what they do. These infusions and vitamin injections are great for general health and wellness, to help with immunity, energy, muscle recovery. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you. Thank you.
Wow, I think you timed that. You are number 1 at exactly 30 seconds.
Oh, I didn't practice.
And Katie's little spot is actually right next to close to the chamber. So
yes,
check that out. Let's see. So a few people have come and gone, come back in that got kicked off the internet. So Elaine, I want to pop you in to introduce yourself and who you're representing.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Elaine with Boulder Transportation Connections, and typically I like to talk to people about eco-passes, buses around town. A lot of people are not doing that, but we are still celebrating, to a degree, Bike Month in Colorado. So to that end, if you visit bouldertc.org, you can learn about the Bike Tag event we've got going on. We're also doing some assistance on telework. We've been offering a lot of interesting webinars too. So coming up July 7th, we're going to have one discussing equitable transportation, having people talking about just, you know, what's different as a Black person using transportation, and then anything your business needs in commuting, just feel free to reach out. We're here to support you. We are a local nonprofit, so, and we do a lot of work with the chamber. So thanks, and great to see everybody this morning.
Yes, thank you. And we do partner with BTC on a lot of transportation related everything. Okay, beautiful. That brings us to Michael.
Unmuted. Okay. Thanks, Kate. Just recently launched our my 4th business, uniquely enough in the restaurant space during COVID. So it's been been a wild spring over at the corner of 23rd and Pearl. It's called scratchkitchen.com. That's where you can go find out about us. But we're running 3 different restaurants out of our space and going to grow more. And the cool part is you can order everything from any of the restaurants in a single checkout for takeout or delivery. Everything's been engineered to be super, super easy and seamless with those different channels, and all our ingredients are whole foods. We're making everything from scratch, all the dressings, sauces, everything that you'll eat there. Food's delicious. You can see our ratings online, and through this Sunday, we have a small coupon with no strings for everyone who's on the call if they want. Chamber 5 will just give you $5, and if you want to just use the $5 and buy yourself a snack, you don't have to buy anything else. So have fun with that. And that's that. I hope everyone will give us a shot.
Yay, thank you. And I was just sharing with Michael that it is nice for individual and the whole social distancing with food. So timing, thank you for those options. Miranda, you are up next.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, my name's Miranda Haynes. I'm the founder of Peak Company, and we offer sales and marketing strategy and process consulting. So everything from buyer personas, customer journey mapping, to thinking about inbound content and how you can place content in the right place to convert your prospects into paying customers. So if anybody's reviewing or wanting to revamp any of their sales processes or just get some outside perspective, happy to spend some time with you and just answer questions.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Another right on time. And that brings us to our last person, which is, oh wait, no, Vicky, you already spoke because we had you as Danny earlier. So Miranda, we're ending on you. Is there anybody that I missed when I went through the list? I don't think so.
Last chance. We good? All right. Thank you, Kate, for organizing that. Let's continue on. We're almost there to the end. So let's move on to our welcome from our president and CEO, John Taylor. John, where are you? I love that background. Is it real or is it fake?
No, this is authentic, just like our chamber staff and team. I'm out here on the CU campus in front of Old Main. I'm going to be interviewing Phil DeStefano, the chancellor, about the plans for reopening the Boulder campus and thinking about how do they open the campus, but also do it in a safe fashion. That's not just safe for the students and faculty and staff associated with the university, but also making sure that when the students come back to Boulder, that we are going to make sure that they understand the important public safety protocols so that we don't see any resurgence of COVID associated with their returns to campus. So that's going to be a very interesting discussion. Also going to ask him about what he expects to see in terms of CU football and other cultural events on campus for the public. So look forward to that chamber chat this afternoon. But it is a good chance for me to just speak about a little bit about just the Boulder Chamber and just to thank all of you. So first of all, just a bit about the Boulder Chamber. We are out in the community doing business on behalf of our members. We're doing it in a safe fashion. Got to wear those masks, but we are making sure that we are representing your interests as we go through this very difficult time. And as you know, and as it's been described, we are focused on making sure that we're supporting your business success, we're speaking on behalf of business interests, and we're helping to build our economy. And all three of those areas are going strong right now in a much more remote kind of condition, but all of that activity on your behalf. And it's critically important. We were out there initially just with the response to the COVID crisis, making sure that our businesses had the information that they needed on the resources available to support them, whether they could operate under what conditions. We secondly were making sure that we identified revenue. or funding sources for our businesses, making sure that they were able to keep their staff on board or pay their rent or make sure they had the resources they need to respond to the new business environment. And then third, making sure we're being a voice for businesses that were critical to our business operations, to our community, and that they were allowed to operate during the most severe period of restriction. So that was the initial response, but now we're starting our recovery efforts. This is not going to be a lights on, lights off, the hurricane came through, knocked down the buildings, and we just need to build them back up. No, this is an ongoing challenge for our community. The virus will be with us for quite some time. So our recovery plan needs to start now, and we need to be adaptive to the changing conditions and environment. So we will be reaching out to you, our members, to find out, what is the current condition of your business? What are your specific needs in terms of support, not just from the Boulder Chamber, but from our other partners, government and civic leaders, that can make sure that we help you get back on a solid footing for this current situation and getting back our economy in a strong fashion. So look forward to us reaching out to all of you again to start that recovery process. It'll be not just Boulder focused, it'll be region wide, because we know that everything that happens in Boulder is affected by our regional community that we, the regional economic ecosystem that we operate in. So with that, I want to thank you, because it's only because of your membership and your partnership and support of our operations at the Boulder Chamber that we're able to do this work. It's absolutely critical that we get your funding and support. I thank you for that. But I also thank you for being a part of our family, the Boulder Chamber team, the Boulder Chamber organization, because by investing in the Boulder Chamber, you're investing in your business success. We assure you that we will help you build the business connections, develop the business-to-business relationships that allow your business to thrive. And then finally, we say it as our moniker, we live it as an organization. We build community through business. And that means that everything we do is not just about the economy, it's about a thriving community where everybody benefits from the assets that we bring to the table for our economy. And so in being a member of the Boulder Chamber, you are investing in our community that we love. And I so thank you for that, because we want to make sure that we continue to have this special place and preserve it for generations to come. So thank you for your support. So great to meet all of you online, and I look forward to our partnership and hopefully getting together again sometime soon. Take care. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, John,
Sure.
for that. And so with that, we'll end. Want to thank our sponsors again, US Bank, and it looks like they get with marketing, Boulder County Farmers Market, Boulder Transportation Connections, City Church Boulder, Print Experts, Spencer Fane, ACM, and BLACKBELLY Market. That concludes our orientation. We were thinking we have a little bit of time, and we normally have networking at the chamber. If people want to stay on, we can break back out into groups and be randomly chosen and network for about another 10 minutes. So if you'd like to do that, stay on. We'll put you in rooms with other people on this call, and if not, enjoy the rest of your day. And again, thank you for your support as a member. John, hit that right on the head. That is crucial to our work. And so Drake, I had a question for you. You got your permanent location now, right?
We do.
I saw that when I was driving right at JN 36, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Crazy. So right when COVID hit, we got a building right when we're not allowed to use it. So that's cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So I see we have a good group of people wanting to stay on. So I'll go ahead and let's see if I can break us into groups quicker.
Actually, Scott,
yeah.
just one thought.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any just throw it out. Does anybody have any
questions
questions?
for John?
Any questions for me, or input for us on things that we can do to support businesses in our community, your business, or just the economy general? Just throw that out as give people a chance to give us a little feedback now.
While you're thinking, we do have, I was reminded, a Facebook group resource page for business. It's the business response group for Boulder. So just look for that. Kate and John, I got the name I don't think I got right. What's the full?
Boulder Area United Business Response Group on Facebook. And you can access it through the Chamber's Facebook page. There's a link to it because it's one of the groups that we're associated with. But a really good way to just post special deals for businesses, your needs, go online, just post away, and great access and responsiveness from the community.
One other thing I'll note is that if you're struggling with reopening protocols, what you need to do, need to ask questions, don't have access to resources or like signage or PPE, the Boulder Chamber hosts weekly support calls, industry specific. So you can just go to our website and say, okay, I'm going to go to office and hear from Boulder County Public Health and ask questions on how to reopen our office in a safe manner. So please take advantage of those resources as well, and those webinars that we do. And we're here to help.
All right, so I'm going to break us into rooms. We also have chamber check-ins where Kate and I talk with members on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock on Facebook. Look for those. And here we go, everybody. We'll have 10 minutes and then we'll just shut everything down from then. And you'll be like, what happened? I'll be like, oh, it's shut down. So, all right, we'll see you in these rooms.
Yay.
Scott, what's going on? Are you going to a breakout?
Yeah, you're supposed to go into a room. Are you not going?
I got to get cranking on some other stuff. Should I go?
No, that's fine because the room that you're in is only Corinne and John.
Oh, let me go. I want to ask Corinne something.
Okay, well, you have to choose to go.
Okay.
You're on mute.